Hello everyone, Andy Breeding here. Lost Dimension may seem like a typical tactical RPG at first, but developer Landcars throws in a little twist that ends up spicing things up a bit. Does this twist make things fun or frustrating? Let's find out. The Traitor System is one of the most interesting things to come along in an RPG in a pretty long time. Fighting alongside teammates with the idea that one or more of them is the traitor is a great idea. In order to sniff out the traitor, you'll have to swap out party members for each battle to narrow down the list of suspects for each floor. The randomization of who the traitors are each time you start a new game makes it so you cannot min-max characters without helping the traitor get more powerful. Combat is also fun in Lost Dimension. The turn-based action-oriented combat is a lot of fun. The special abilities called gifts are enjoyable to use in battle, from fire and thunderstorm attacks to fan of knives and throwing large stones. The abilities each character has in their skill tree is great to see in action on the battlefield. Assist attacks are great when you have your whole team near the enemy you want to take down. Attacking 6 times in one turn feels really good and possibly really bad for the enemy. If that's not enough, you can even give up a character's turn in order to give a fellow teammate another chance to act. So if you wanted to use 6 firestorms in a row to a group of enemies that are weak to fire, you could actually do that. Although it's also a fun aspect of the game, the Traitor System is also a frustrating part of the game as well. What seems like the only way to suss out the traitor in Lost Dimension, the after-battle thought-reading process the main character goes through is too quick, with no way of listening to the audio of everyone's voice to figure out whose voice was the distorted one to show who the traitor might be. It becomes more of a guessing game and more tedious than it should be. And with only 3 vision points per floor to use in a minigame that really is not a minigame to truly find the traitor, it creates too much stress for me to have the fun I should be having while searching for the traitor. Not only that, you also have to convince everyone who the real traitor is to vote for them to be erased in order to move on to the next floor. So even if you know who the traitor is, you also have the job of convincing everyone to vote for that person to be erased. Otherwise, you're potentially killing an innocent while the traitor remains among you. The lack of variety in enemies only enhances the monotonous repetition in Lost Dimension. Even with each floor having a background change, it never felt like it was that different from the previous floors. After the first 2 floors, my mind was on autopilot with no interest in the enemies in front of me. So the one twist that Lost Dimension does that makes it different from all the other tactical RPGs ends up hurting it as well. You can see that the Traitor System, although it's a great and interesting idea, and it just doesn't feel like it's fully realized, and it ends up more of a frustration than a fun aspect to the game. Although there was something keeping me coming back to it, as much as I want to put the game down, got frustrated with it, and it's just that I'm done with it. It's just there's something about it I don't like. There's also something that kept me coming back to it, whether it was wanting to see more of the combat, the special gift abilities go off, and actually playing a little bit of chess of moving my characters into certain areas so that way they would all attack at once and taking out enemies one by one systematically. Was it me hoping that the Traitor System got better? I don't know. So if you're looking at Lost Dimension, just go into it knowing that you have to dig a little deeper to find some kind of fun with it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Later.